On the board, this was Curtly Ambrose bowling to Nathan Astle. Ridley Jacobs with the catch behind. At 13 for 1, this was Courtney Walsh to the other opener, Matt Horn. And Lara takes a straightforward catch at mid-on. Just 9 more runs were added when the New Zealand captain Stephen Fleming faced Rion King. Fleming gone for naught, New Zealand 22 for 3. Second catch for Ridley Jacobs. Roger Toos then joined Craig McMillan. Our commentators Richie Benno, Jeremy Coney, Viv Richards, Colin Croft and Jonathan Agnew. King to Toos.
Edged and taken at second attempt. And the fourth wicket goes down. And Rion King thoroughly deserved that. He's bowled beautifully. He's bowled fast. He's bowled with aggression. And Roger Toos becomes his second victim. He's out for naught. (31 for 4). Not really the situation that Chris Cairns likes to come in.
Ridley Ambrose is the bowler. Oh, what a good delivery. The batsman was into his shot before that ball started to move fractionally in the air, then kept on going.
Yes, that I think is a pretty good delivery. It looks like a big leg break, and that stuff which you always describe as being a beautiful leg cutter.
Very, very good effort. Chew and Campbell so pleased to get out of the slips that he'd do anything down there on the boundary.
Yes, Richie, when you do have bowling of this particular caliber, and yes, you do need the fields when to sometimes come into play, and I think that's what you call supporting the start, which I think the West Indies have had at this stage.
Twenty overs gone, 39 for 4. Now Rion King has been watching all the things that have been happening at the other end with Curtly. Alex was needed. First boundary here today. We've seen a few at other times over the weekend. But until that stroke, way over cover, nothing here. That's fine stroke. This is not a very big ground here at Southampton. There's quite a good save down there on the boundary. Outfield is fast. Brian Lara and Curtly Ambrose combining there. Just on the side of the helmet. McMillan didn't get up nearly as much as McMillan expected. It was short, but didn't fly at all. A lot of the others have been getting up very sharply. Well, there are quite a number of players who've been saved from injuries. Bill Simmons.
Yep.
Up for New Zealand, something of a recovery, 50 for 4 now. Rion King, he's coming in from the city end. Man out there at cover. Jimmy Adams, bit of a slip there. I think he was going for the catch. It's always difficult in the outfield. We see plenty of catches that drop just short of the fielders, and we wonder why they haven't gone for them. Bit of a slip from Jimmy Adams in the outfield. Fine shot. There's a man at deep square coming around, but he's not going to come around quick enough. Certainly looking better for New Zealand now, although these things are relative. 59 for 4. McMillan 32. Now here's Phil Simmons. Umpire Venkat has given that. It must have been the faintest of edges. Phil Simmons has made the breakthrough. Craig McMillan, yeah, I think from the fact that he's talking to Fred on his way out, we can take it that he's unhappy about the dismissal and the fact that the ball had just got the faintest edge. 32 from 78.
The new batsman is Adam Perori.
Thumping stroke. Very nearly 6. And it's a good thing but that's a sturdy sight screen down at the far end.
I think Chris Cairns give this the kitchen sink, the bat and everything. He really flated this.
Mervyn Dillon. That's a leading edge. And Brian Lara. Very timely wicket for the Windies. And I think they know it. It's the end of Chris Cairns. Dangerous hitter. He's out for 23. There he is, trying to turn the ball away into the onside. A gentle leading edge. And Brian Lara's not going to drop that. It's Chris Harris. And his team really struggling. Exactly the response the West Indian supporters wanted in the Caribbean. Beautiful shot. And you can tell by the reaction of the spectators here, that's rather taking everyone by surprise. Only the 4th boundary of the day. It's a lovely stroke.
Perori here, I think, was intent on driving maybe through extra cover. It squeezed out through cover point, but he used the pace of the bowler here, hit the middle of the bat.
That's a second elegant drive in this over. And even Ambrose's great long legs can't catch up with that.
Somebody who's going to smash it up against the NatWest sign on the backward point area of the ground. That's very nice, I like that. Phil Simmons is not absolutely crazy about it. Jimmy Adams, that was on his left hand, but he needed a very long arm to pull that in. A good shot. It's a good shot. Just a dinky little one-footed pull shot behind square leg. Down the leg side and caught. Adam Perore is given by Javed Akhtar. You wouldn't mark it down as one of the better balls we've seen today when you think of everything that's gone past the outside and inside edge. And Perore has had his eyes light up when he's seen that and tried to smash it away behind square. Might even have got it off the middle of the bat and just carried it with him. A very handy partnership, 50 a pair put on, Perore and Harris. Dion Nash, who's a very competent performer with the bat and the ball.
That's easy enough. There goes the 8th wicket. Again, maybe not the best delivery that we've seen. It was a leg stump half volley. And Dion Nash has obligingly flicked it straight to mid-wicket.
Yes, I think Mervyn Dillon must be a little lucky in a sense here. He thinks to himself that it wasn't the best delivery to get a wicket, but in the end, Dion Nash didn't hit it as well as you would like, and that's his downfall in that sense.
Gavin Larson, the new batsman. Bit of width. A rare opportunity for a New Zealand batsman to hit a boundary. That's going down to the boundary as well. A run glut in the context of this game.
It's one away from 150 for New Zealand. Doesn't sound much, 150, but there it is. And it has a big psychological effect. Just one little run to bring up 100 or 150 or 200. Well, they're not going to reach that because they're into their 47th over now. And another one. Perore has gone, and now you've got Gavin Larson in exactly the same fashion, swinging the ball a long hop down the leg side, trying to swing it away. The despairing glance at the sky is just to see where the bolt of lightning's come from.
Now Ridley Jacobs takes his 5th catch here. That might have been called a wide had he not touched it. I think he was foxed there by the bunks. He didn't time it very well at all. Phil Simmons gets his man. Gavin Larson is back into pavilion.
Just the 1 wicket to go now. Jeff Allett will come out to join Chris Harris. That's out. Yeah, neatly caught. Harris has gone, he's picked it up there, and for a moment would have thought he'd got it away to the boundary. Dillon has taken the final wicket. New Zealand all out 156. And Sherwin Campbell has come in very quickly there and taken a neat catch.
Well, New Zealand never really recovered from their poor start, although they rallied somewhat in the middle of the order. The 5 catches for wicketkeeper Ridley Jacobs equalled the World Cup record. New Zealand all out for 156. 4 wickets for Dillon, 2 apiece for King and Simmons, but 1 for 19 off 10 overs for Curtly Ambrose. They're the most economical figures of the World Cup so far. 5th over, and this is Allett bowling to Jacobs.
What really frustrates you in the fielding side, you find an edge, but for the batsman he gave it enough with a free swing. Ball was wide enough for him to have a real dash at it, which he did.
That's exactly, it's the width, isn't it, that encourages Jacobs to go for this.
We're right behind that, and I can't believe that missed the stumps.
Well, it looks as if it comes from the gloves, Jacobs.
Not even a quiver of the index finger from umpire Venkat. Dion Nash has finished 3 overs for 6. It's 16 for no wicket from 6.
Let's see how much it does swing there. Well, it's on the knee roll.
Quite so much width there, but there was a bit of thump about it. It's 21 for no wicket off 7.
That's a good shout. And New Zealand strike, they wanted that. Campbell trapped on the back foot. Here comes Jimmy Adams at number 3. Really, the only thing umpire Venkat had to think about here was how much it cut back. Jacobs has 15. That's more like it.
It's going to be Chris Cairns now.
Oh, he's put him down. Not an easy chance. McMillan in the gully. And catches like this in a low-scoring match have to be taken. Well, he thought about it. Umpire Akhtar, with Jacobs again being trapped in no man's land, really. Let's have a look at this. Can't have been too far away.
He's got that off a leading edge over cover, and he'll get 4 for it. That is a beauty. He deserves that. Even if that's the only good one he's bowled all day, he deserves it. But he has been bowling very, very well. And it was a beauty. Got away from the left-hander, hit the seam. Beautiful piece of bowling from Jeff Hallett.
And neither of these left-handers look very organized against Jeff Hallett. Adams is trying to aim that through mid-wicket, perhaps. The ball seemed away from him, going towards the slip. Adam Perori takes a nice, lovely, luscious edge because he knows that getting a wicket like Jimmy Adams under these circumstances could really be good for New Zealand. It's 49 for 2 in over number 21.
That's a good shot. He's got it between 2 men. Didn't quite time it as he would have wished. .50 up for West Indies. That was a good shot by Lara.
Deon Nash here, intent on stopping this ball from getting to the boundary, might just have hurt his right foot crashing into the hoardings there.
Ever reliable Gavin Larson.
Well, there's no thing that's better if you're facing a bowler for the first time than to have a bit of a sight of it before you start playing any shots.
What a sighter indeed. I think Brian Lara was just intent on this. He hasn't moved very much here. But the ball is airborne, which means that he planned that. You could see the ball being lifted literally.
Nothing subdued about that. Brian Lara's not going to let anybody pin him down. Oh, that's a pretty good shot. It was a loosener from Cairns. Very cleverly played. .87 for 2 is Chris Cairns. That's edge. Oh, he's put him down. It would have gone straight to first slip. There's no one there. And Ferrara did get some glove on this.
Well, Cairns again outside. I thought a wee bit more bounce, and Lara going for that. And just a nipper.
He's pulled back just inside the rope.
Come on.
And Ridley Jacobs has reached his 50. Well, Chris Harris is coming on for his first spell of the day. I heard Lara there calling for 2. And the throw's coming to his end, but he's safely there. Up comes the 100. With 20 overs to go, loads of time. West Indies 101 for 2. Really, it's the West Indies bowlers who should take credit for the situation in the game. What a lovely shot.
Shot of the match. Some players just have an infallible sympathy with the bowled ball.
Just every now and then, Ridley Jacobs emerges from his shell and plays a crashing stroke.
There, lad. Yeah, Nash, that's beautifully done. Wonderful, athletic piece of fielding.
Looks like Dean Nash, he hasn't given up.
That's in the air and should be caught. However, it's not going to be easy. One of the best running catches you will see, because the man had to come from, let's see, he had to come from round about cover, and he finished up taking it at deep mid-on.
It looks like Dean Nash to me, because that was a pretty athletic catch. I was backing the ball from my position here in the commentary booth, but he stayed with it all the way and took a magnificent catch, beautiful catch. He put both hands up, but it fell in one, and I'm quite certain that he surprised himself.
There was a bit of a fiddle there to Javed Akhtar, to say he was just rummaging around for a bus fare home. But for a moment, the batsman will have thought he was going to put his hand up in the air. Ooh. And every excuse to think so. And there's a little touch of aggression for you. It's taken by the man 6 rows back.
This is the perfect reply from Ridley Jacobs.
They got an overthrow for that, but they're just a little bit unlucky. It was worth the throw at the stumps, and Harris was there and took the steam off it, but just knocked it out of the reach of the man backing up.
In New Zealand, a bit disappointed, but they've not really shown a lack of fight in this innings. They'd be the first to admit that they may have made 40 runs too few. End of over number 44 is 150 for the West Indies. They needed to win this game to keep themselves in the running for the Super Sixes. They needed to win this game for their confidence, and they've done a very competent job thanks to the bowlers this morning.
Outside edge there from Stuart Williams, and that has won the match for the West Indies. 158 for 3. They finished 44.2 overs, so their net run rate is going to zoom up from this game. That's a very good result from them. They've made 156, New Zealand, and then West Indies have got those with just 3 wickets down and 5.